How was I to know when I first met you all the changes I'd be going through, as helpless as a bird caught in your hurricane, and falling into your love I came.
YouTube. It's your homeboy Fat Rat Evolved, original West Side Playboy Gangsta Crips. Hey man, it went down. They got me. Ventura School got me, man. Right? And it's a lesson in that because, you know, you grow. Me personally, I'm always doing a self-evaluation all the way back then, man. I'm checking on, and how could I have handled that better, man? And then, you know, how it would end up, man, is me and Kevin Bus would be in the cell and TS sitting back drinking a coffee, man, just diagnosing my response. Like, cuz you could have did this. You could have did that. You know what I mean? You know, just memories, man. That's what I'm sharing with y'all, man. The memories and, you know, some of my experiences, man, as I went through some of these very trying periods of time in my development as a young gang enforcer, man, and really establishing Playboy Gangster in different areas uh, that the car was in, you know. So they got me, man. I'm out of there, right? And one of my regrets, of course, but this was inevitable, but it was a regret I wasn't going to see, you know, Nay Nay, man, again until I hit the streets, right? And then the other one was, it was inevitable. I couldn't even tell her. It was go time Friday. So it was a slight, very slight possibility that I could have made it, like got into it, got my man, got a couple of my men or whatever, man, and started walking like I wasn't involved in the incident, right? I was thinking like that. I was like, I'm gonna lay me a couple of people down, and I'm gonna walk around like I didn't have nothing to do with it. It was never gonna work, right? The kite had already been dropped, man. And come to find out later on, man. Let me not get too far ahead of myself. But the fix was in on me anyway, right? Um, so here I am, man. I'm back on the little white transportation van on my way back to YTS, and to my recollection, I was by myself. That was a solo move. Like they got me out of there, and I never returned back to the unit. Never got back to the population. Listen, man, they went over there and rolled my stuff up, man, and put it on in a cart and brought it to me, and had me roll the cart up. Listen, man, we rolled that cart up in the back of that van, and didn't transfer my stuff until I got to YTS, man. We didn't move my stuff around until I got all the way back to YTS. But I had a full cart of property, right? I had everything by that time, man. You know? Um, and then when I got to TS, man, One of the saddest things I had to do, man, really, the first thing I had to do was to part with my boombox, man. Couldn't have my boombox in TS. Too much for 'em, man. Little stuff like that, man. You remember that kind of stuff, man. I gotta send my boombox back home to mom's, man. I'm back in the grimy spot, man. You know what I mean? And word, no, the first day back in TS. I think I got to TS late in the evening, and they sent me in the A and B, which was receiving. And that night, I think they put me in the holding cell in the back of A and B. Cause I remember still having my radio the first day. So that was Friday. First day I came out, that's when I had to sort through my property and see what I could keep and what I had to send home. So then you know, oh man, you talk about culture shock. You back with the wolves, baby. You got to make this adjustment and make it fast, right? The mindset that you carry in YTS. Let me put it. Let me reverse that. The mindset that you carry in a place like Ventura, you won't survive YTS with that mindset. It's really that different, right? But we're there. Some of us are there, and we're adjusting down. Like we just trying to make it work, right? But the reality is that I'm at home in YTS. It ain't no problem for me, but I have to make the adjustment, right? The lokes somewhere and ain't even the type of lokes like in that picture, them lokes. But I had them other type of lokes, them longer ones, right? You gotta adjust out of that, man. On fly, first got back, I think I was still whipped up. I think I was still whipped up. I gotta really reflect on that part, man. Cause I kept my fly, man. I used to go into when I was in Ventura. They had a beauty so like a beauty college, right? Oh man, I didn't tell y'all about that. And I'm sure I'm gonna reflect back on some things that I forgot, man. I wanted to get y'all through that, man, and we can always pop back in, man. But we had a beauty college, man, and the sisters just used to surround me doing my hair and cleaning my nails and all this fly stuff, man. I ain't there no more, no. I'm back in this grimy. Listen, man, you can just feel the grime. You can just feel the grime. You know what I mean? And I'm really resenting it at first, man. I'm like, this is my first day back, man. And I got pulled out of it, not immediately, but I'm going to say within the first week. Because Friday, when I get back, Thursday I get back. Friday when I come out of A and B where they settle my property and all that, and they put me in a regular, so they didn't keep me in the holding tank. They just didn't have no information on me that night, and they was put me in A and B. So I'm like, A and B is receiving. So it ain't, last time I was here was Y and Z. Now it's A and B, right? And in A and B, I knew people. Like when I first got there, I already knew people, and people knew me, right? Um, so that Friday, this what got me through the first week, man. Then it turned terrible, right? But uh, Bulldog from Showline was there. The homie Criminal from 94 Hoover was there. And if you know Bandit from 7-4, Straight Rider, was in a wheelchair. Me and Bandit domino partners. Bandit is a complete lunatic. Listen, man. Bandit turned all the way up, man. You know what I mean? Um, that's what got me through the first week because we locked in at the domino table, right? We when in the evening, because everybody's going to they hitting the tray line and everything. They coming out hitting the tray line. I don't have nothing to do yet, so I'm stuck in the unit. So they let me come out and sweep the tiers and clean up the day room and little stuff like that, and have some time out of the cell. You ain't got to just be locked down while everybody else is. If you know how to maneuver, and I knew by then, man. I know how to maneuver, man. You know what I mean? So I'm moving around, man. I'm on both sides, A and B. It's different homies in there. I can't name everybody, man, but it's a lot of homies in there, man. So I'm gonna just put it that way, man. So the first week back. Now, keep in mind, I'm back. It's '84. I'm back in TS in '84. How long did I stay in there, man? It's before. It's probably about March or April of '84 that I'm back. I might have lasted in TS almost 9 months or something like that. I lasted a little bit of time out there. So it's the middle of '84. I'm back in TS, right? Homies is coming to like dudes is coming to TS from the county jail. It's a lot of activity going on in the county jail that's affecting the Crip car, right? So now we're like me and Lil Flux tight, right? We good. You know, me and Skull from 7-6, we good, right? And I can name a few homies, man, but I'm just being kind of in general, man. It's homies that we was good, but it was stuff going on in the county jail that was making it to YTS that I was unaware of. Like I didn't know Insane was getting into it with certain people in the county jail, right? Nose and them in there fighting the 60s. They getting into all of these different things is happening in the county jail, right? And that stuff is trickling into YTS. So I might be sitting here with a homie from Coast, and he got animosity in his heart, and I don't know he has it, but I find out on a domino play or something. He says some sideways. Wait a minute, man. What you just say? And stuff is and I don't understand. I'm telling you, I don't even understand it because I'm telling you the homies, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put a condemnation on the homies, man. They wasn't in communication with me and Jesse like they should have been, right? We had done so much, man, and we had made such a great sacrifice, man, that other people wasn't willing to make, right? Man, we should have, based on what was going on with other homies and other sets, and I had been seeing that since I was in Eastlake. And I was in Eastlake for the majority of it by myself, but I was a part of the car, though, right? Remember that car thing I'm talking about. Because wherever you're at, you can ride in that. If you understand that and you're a part of that, it's a part of you. And wherever you at, you just get in that and you ride, right? And then you're going to ride in the Crip car, right? And then at a certain part, you're going to ride in the gangster Crip car, right? And then at a certain part, you're going to ride in the gangster Crip Trey car at a certain part, right? And that ride, right, is a secure ride. So even though your homies ain't with you like they should be, right? Fat right, you need some top ramen, homie. You got some food? You good? Nah, I need something, homie. Hit me up. Here go a little sack for you. Here you go, homie. There you go, cuz. You need some coffee? Yeah, I got. Here you go. Here you go, cuz. Like that. Cause it's just me and moms at first, right? That's my support. I always talk mad about my brother, man, because Melly Mel was out there getting bread, man. I always condemn him. I'm like, man, you should have been taking care of me better than I was. Man, what you think that every time he was getting something, it was coming from me, yada yada yada. I said, man, you should have straight up took care of me, man. You know, me and him of all of my brothers are the closest in associations, man. You know. But I ain't condemning my brother. I love my brother. He got my back. But I mean, that time and that period of time, man, you know, my brother Victor came to see me one time. He left some money on my books. Of course, Jeff Bray came to see me. He left money on my books. He was a Marine at the time. Um, my brother Michael came to see me one time, man. That dude had like $6,000 in his pocket, man, with my niece Marche, man, and he came and kicked it with me, man, on a visit and bought some food and stuff. And when he was getting ready to leave, I was like, man, leave some money on my books. I ain't got really no money on my books. And he was like, I could put money on your books? And I was like, yeah. So he went up to the thing and put $10 on my books. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't have the support I needed when I was doing time, my YA time, man. You know? And kind of going forward, that's a point I'm making, because going forward now, when I come back to the streets, I got a different mindset, right? And to be around me, you got to be the type of person who's going to support me or be down with me if something go wrong. I had that. Now I got a mentality that's going to make that okay, right? I didn't have that before. So those are things you learn along the way. So our first week, man, it's domino. We at the domino table as soon as chow over, and we do that all night. Unless somebody don't feel good or something like that, it's me and Bandit, and then it's Bulldog and Cream, and we domino. We damn near breaking the table. We get it in, right? Drink coffee, chopping it up. Boom, we play dominoes, whatever, right? So all that was good the first week. That's all good. The second week, somebody came from Ventura and came to A and B. And it was like it was a person, I don't even remember the person who it was, man. But it was like they was non-affiliated. But they was looking for me. And when they found me, who was this dude, man? I almost got a face. When he found me, he was like, you Fat Rat from Playboy Gangsta? I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, your riot went up. I'm like, huh? Man, they tore that spot up, homie. They tore it up. And your name all in it. I'm like, I'm kind of happy, right? I hadn't heard what happened Friday. But now we're talking about the game plan and the execution of the game plan. They say the homies tore that joint up. They say Ventura got tore up. Like they rolled everybody up. And some of them start coming into TS. They sent them like to Paso Robles and what's that, Preston and all of that place. They sent them up, some of them up there, right? But the ones who came like Tip sent me a message. He was somewhere, but he wasn't in A and B. He went to the camp program or something in TS. And he was like, when we see you, we jumping you. Like all the homies said, when we see you, jump your ass. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna start something you ain't there? But you know, and then me and Tip ended up being on the streets and everything together, man. Tip was out in Riverside for a minute, man, the homie, man. I pray you all right, man. I forget if Tip was from Compton neighborhood, I believe. Yep. I think he was from neighborhood. He wasn't a block boy, he was a neighborhood. So yeah, the word came back, y'all. The game plan worked. The homies tore that spot. They tore it up, homie. They tore up Norwalk. I mean, Ventura, as they should. And the whole spot got rolled up and separated, right? And they put my name on it. But on the inside joke, it was y'all catch up with that nigga Fat Rat, man. Jump that. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, in my heart, man, I wanted to be there, man. It was Terror Day. You know what I mean? I wanted to be there, man. You never saw me again after Thursday, man, after school. Never saw me again. None of the homies, man. And then I would catch up with homies later. You know, later, me and Dirty Boy was in Soledad. Dirty Boy caught a life sentence, man. The homie, man, was in Soledad when I was in Soledad. Um, Toon was back in TS. We ended up being on the same unit doing time, some more time together on UNV. Um, I didn't see Watt though. I just heard about Killer Watt get it in out there, man. I didn't see him. Then I connected with Watt, of course. Now, uh, um, I told y'all I seen Chim. I seen Cadillac. Um, Trying to go down the list of people. I never saw Capone again. No, Capone came through TS, I believe, one time. Capone from Harlem. Um, anyway, so now we back in TS, man. Ah, it's on, man, because the problems with our enemies are the same, and we got the same arrangements as far as that goes. So it ain't so much because, like I told you, man, when we was getting into it early on when I first got there and the dissing and all that happened, who took the energy out of that was Bulldog, man. This is Bulldog. Yeah, yeah, you fat rat nigga. We gave you can't say nothing, nigga. We the one gave y'all insane. What he slammed the domino. He say that, the show lines gave us insane. He get to start, you know what I mean? Because he had a history with insane before the hood, you know what I mean, before the turf. So, we got to hear all of this, man. And it was just enjoyable at a certain point. So it wasn't no thing right there, right? I didn't have problems with schoolyards and show lines and stuff like that, right? But we had problems, man, because you know it's the testing ground, man, and the homies is in the county jail tripping with different sets in the county jail, and they trying to come to TS, extending the trip. So some of it we politicked out, but some of it we had to hammer it out. We got a big old area for getting down in the trade area. So it ended up being some of that. We had to do some bumping, man, to get some things in order. Uh, and that was before the homies all fell in, man. It wasn't. I hadn't connected with Cadillac. Diamond was there when I got back. The homie Diamond, the homie, Mark Flowers, he was there when I got back. Um, Eddie Boy came. Um, I think when we was on S&T, I don't remember if Coy was there when we was transferred from A&B to S&T. Eddie Boy was there for a little minute. He wasn't there for long, but he came and passed through TS. And me and Eddie Boy hit the tray line and mob so hard, man. The homies was yelling out, "Calm down, it's only TS." Me and Eddie Boy hit that tray line, man, with them hats flipped up, and them rags on and stuff looking for trouble. You hear me? I mean, really looking for trouble, right? And we was etched into the memories of the minds of the car. The day we did, the one day we did that, and then we took it off. We took a little bit off, man. You know, but we just was wanting to know who was looking for problems with the Playboys and the Marvins. That was all that was. Is y'all anybody in here looking for problems with the Playboys and Marvins? We got them problems. That's how we was going, right? Um, One thing I'ma say, because that had to be S&T, because I met Big D from Mansfield. And I immediately, like, we had a conversation, man, and it was about the fact that the Mansfields wasn't known yet, right? And to my knowledge, the way the Mansfield situation was explained to me, that was just an extension like the homies, man. So I named Big D an honorary member of the Playboy Gangsters, man. Just represent the set, homie. Right? You good either way. Right? And he was an asset, man. I remember there was a day room. It was almost like a riot in the day room. Right? And Big D knew who all was in that damn. I think Eddie Boy was in the day room too. But Big D knew, come over here, homie, get on the wall and just stay right here. And he took the front line. I ain't know his hand game was good yet. I ain't know him like that, right? We end up being cellies, and I would try to attack him every day, and I couldn't get in on him. I'm telling you right now, man. I'm gonna try to attack. If you're in my cell with me as a homie, right? We gonna go body. We gonna, have some fun. We gonna wrestle, whatever, man. Cause we together, right? There's exceptions to that, of course, but with Big D, man, I tried to get Big D every day. Listen, man. He knew he would be expected up in the dope field. He'd be sitting down writing a letter. He know I'm coming in the cell. It's the activity. So when he's sitting down writing a letter, like, man, he'll look at me like I'm writing a letter. Like, come on, man, we good? I'm like, hell no, we not good. You know what I mean? And he'll jump up, and I try to get him before he know how to handle himself, man. Shout out to Big D, man. My partner, man. You know what I mean? He would later have some issues with how he went down through there in the early stages, man. But all in the land, right? I'm just telling you, man. He represented the gangster in the tray and the West Side. He repped it. You know what I mean? And when people ended up knowing he was Mansfield, right? Mansfield Playboy. He was one of them. Before all the little drama, he was one of them, man. And to this day, he's still that to me in my heart. I love that dude, man. He know it too, right? But a lot of relationships and things that we had to build and go through, y'all didn't go through it, so you don't understand it. You don't know how certain things and certain people, you just keep a neutral ground on them, right? But yeah, so we would have incidents, man, in A and B, and then one day, they moved us all. Am I missing anything before I jump off of this? Let me go back, man. Oh, yeah, I missed something very important. Hold on. So we playing dominoes for a week. Listen to me, man. If you've been listening to me, you know how I feel about Nene from A. Trey Hoover. Right? In that week, Nene went home. She went home. She was on her way home. So if I left Ventura Thursday, Nene went home like that Sunday. You hear me? She immediately found my information and sent me a letter with some pictures. So if it's Friday I'm in TS, Sunday she left. When she got home Monday, she took me some pictures and wrote me a letter and sent it to me in TS, and I received the letter the following Friday. So now we play when we playing dominoes. Boom, we playing dominoes, and the mail is getting called, right? Matter of fact, she sent me like 3 or 4 letters with a gang of people, like 20 pictures. If it was Friday, I got mail call on Friday, and I had like five. That's the first time I got mail since I've been back to TF. I get like 4 or 5 letters, bunch of pictures. Now that's what you want when you in jail. It kind of gives you a measure of. It's like I don't want to call it respect, but it's like people have to acknowledge that you got some kind of connection to the streets. Like you got something going on the streets while you doing that time. That means something. Like there's a status in that you are somebody who receives mail while you sitting, even if you in the county jail, if you in camp, if you anywhere doing time, and you're sitting, mail call happens. It's very important that you hear your name called when they do mail call. That means that you're not just in here with the people in here doing the time. Somebody on the streets cares enough about you to send you a letter. If it's a woman, it's even more important. Oh, my man got a girl out here. She's still functioning with him. Most of our girls run off on us when we sitting up in jail and we end up the locust on his own, right? But Nene is establishing for me, I got you. She didn't send me no money, but she sent me some stamps and she sent me a bunch of pictures and some love letters. So now, think about what I'm saying. We at the domino table when they do mail calls, so I gotta go grab my mail and bring it back, put it on the domino table, right? But now I gotta bandit wolf it. Oh, come on, man. Let me go make my coffee. This nigga got some mail. He gotta wait for you now, right? So I'm tearing the mail open, right? Looking, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is just so beautiful. I'm doing all that. Yeah. No, I'm bright. You know me. I'm like that. Hey, man. I pass the pictures around. This is a problem. Listen, man. My domino partner, right? Bandit. He come back. Let me see the picture, nigga. Oh no, that ain't gonna work, nigga. That's the homegirl, nigga. I had it in the back of the '64 Chevy, nigga. Leg up, he couldn't get her leg down, nigga. You know, you can't do that, Bandit. You know what I'm saying? Bandit is riding on me about him knowing Nene and having Nene. Now I gotta get out of my feelings, man. This is the homie, but he ain't stopping. He's continuing on. He's driving the damn nail into the coffin. He's killing our relationship right now. Yeah, like, but you ain't gotta do all that though, man. I'm like, man, she ain't never fuck with you, man. Like, what you mean? While we having this conversation, come on, man, let's play dominoes. Give me my stuff. No. What you mean? She ain't never fuck with me. See, and then I kind of offended the homie, but I didn't mean to offend him in like a way where I was saying because he's paralyzed to some extent and his lower half, he's paralyzed. But the homie will get up on that pool table and bump with you for real. He won't that. But I'm telling him she ain't never messed with him. Like, what you mean? And he took it like I was saying she ain't never messed with him because he was paralyzed. And Krim is trying to moderate for us. Like, come on, homie, he ain't even say that. Why you doing a no, come team? We can get down, we can get up on the thing, right? He want to do all this. I'm like, come on, Bandit, man. You know what? I'm good. Let me get my stuff. Yeah, cause I'm saying, cause you ain't gonna say. All right, man. You right. You right. So I put my stuff. Now Bulldog is mad. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, cuz. I'm like, I ain't, I'm just pass my pictures around, man. But anyway, we gonna resume tomorrow. We get back down, we get back to it tomorrow or whatever. And then we never got back to it, man. Bandit running around mad. He trying to make it an issue with the 7-4s, with the Hoover car. You know what I'm saying? Bandit wanted to be an issue with the Hoover car. You know what I mean? Uh, it's not gonna be an issue with the Hoover car, man. I'm too dug in, right? We ain't finna have no Hoover car issue over my relationship with a H.A. Hoover let, man. We not gonna do that. That's me, right? She ain't writing you letters, man. She writing them to me, right? Long story short, we end up. What ended up happening right there, man? I think it was Kevin Butts. You gotta get some, like, Krim didn't kill it. He shot at it and put a wound on it. But Bandit was still on that, like, I offended him, like I was talking about him being paralyzed and that being the reason he could never have her. But I'm just saying, you ain't her cup of tea, my man. You don't look good enough. Right? You ain't the type of guy she's looking for. I'm just telling you. But it wasn't because he was paralyzed or none of that. That's how he took it. Shout to Bandit, man. If you out there, man, it's all love, homie. You know how we ended that conversation. I just egged it. What can I say? Um, so we had a couple of little incidents in A and B, and it would be somebody's about to get into it with somebody else, but they drawing all their homies into it. And we in the day room. It was like that on A and B. Like somebody's gonna get in like a I don't want to use no sets, man, but once rival set is about to get into it with a rival set individually, but this individual is drawing his homies into it. Nigga, this whoop-de-whoop, not me and you. It's the set. So the diss is to the set. So now you set dissing and you bringing a whole set in it, and it's a lot of gang members in here, man. Right? If they not on the unit, they could be called to the unit. So when that's cracking, it wasn't necessarily cracking on the Playboy gangsters, the Marvins. It wasn't cracking on us, right? But if it's a riot, you involved. You gotta position yourself for defense in a riot, right? And this is going on on A and B, man. It's the order of the day. Testing ground. Ain't no a lot of these dudes, you know what I mean? Some of them established. The established ones ain't involved in that, right? But like I say, we didn't get deep, man. In the Playboy Gangsters didn't get deep in YTS until about I'm gonna say '86 when I was leaving. I maybe did some months with the homies, man, but we didn't get deep till about '86, man. We wasn't deep in '85. In fact, we was having the most problems in '85. In fact, that's when. Anyway, let me not jump too far ahead of myself. So we end up A and B. It's confrontation after confrontation. I just remember Diamond being there, but he wasn't with us on A and B. Diamond was on a unit, like 2 units or something, on K&L or something, M&N or something like that. Diamond was across the way, but me, Eddie Boy, and Big D was on A and B. So we was good. And then we transferred from A and B over to S&T, the 3 unit, and it broke everything up. Well, we still was together for a minute, but it broke everything up. We ended up transferring cells, getting in the cell with each other, getting out of the cell with each other in the other cells, and doing compatibility and all that kind of stuff, man. And that's when I ended up in the cell with Kevin Bus, man, my partner for 7-4, man. And I'm going to leave it right there for now because we got more things that are going to go on as I've made it to not just back to TS, not just getting the information that the homies had a successful ride and I wasn't in it and I was labeled to be jumped when I was caught. um, Not just that I went to S&T and I'm on the 3 unit where I'll finish my time in TS, but it won't be that particular building, but I'll finish on the 3 unit, right? But I won't finish on S&T. It'll be U and V. But I'm finna move into the cell with one of my partners from 7-4, right? And he's about to lace me with some stuff and some information that's really gonna change the trajectory of where I'm thinking and what I'm thinking to do. And then some things is gonna go wrong between me and Nene, as you know. That's gonna happen. But I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all. Because I don't want to get too far in the woods, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you travel too far, man, and you can't get back, you know. So let's leave it right there. It's your homeboy Fat Rat Evolved, original Westside Playboy Gangsta Crips. Remember, we are winners. We on a 1,000-mile journey that begins with one step. That step is taking us closer to our success. With unity, we can achieve all of our goals. We just gotta set them realistically, right? And stop trying to do it all by yourselves, homies. You know it's not working, right? If 6 or 8 of us of a common mindset with our resources, if we would just pool our resources and work in a collective manner, we could achieve much of our goal setting. We could achieve it, right? So find like-minded homies, man, and hook up, man. It's okay. We used to call that clicking. But when the whole ain't thinking right, man, we gotta click and bring the whole along, right? It's your homeboy Fat Rat signing off, man. Y'all continue to have a blessed one, man. And do your best.
Girl, how was I to know when I first met you? All the changes